Hey guys, there's going to be a time skip here. So the last you saw me, we were just kind of laying out our photos in here. I just wanted to give you an update. I have set up the photos such that they are all scaled to each other. And so you're going to get this file uh, of just these six photos arranged the way they are. I'm going to like give this all to you guys. So you should all be using this photo or this file so that your photos are scaled correctly so that all the section pieces line up. And so what I've done is I have traced the elements in here. Mine is a little looser because I don't want to take up all of your time. But you guys are going to be grabbing like cutting through windows right here and cutting through doors. You guys, so I grabbed the stairs just like as an example, but you guys are going to grab stairs as well. Window over here, window over here. So like in plan and section, you're going to have like door openings. But really what I wanted to do was kind of just show you how we're going to go about constructing this. So we can turn off our layer. And so we have four sections, two longitudinal, and two shorter sections, and then two plans. First floor right here and a second floor above. And so what we can do, first, I recommend doing cell dupe. What this does, sorry, I typed it wrong. It's select duplicates. Uh, these are all your duplicate lines, and what you can do is just like hit cell dupe and then delete them. And so now there's no duplicate lines left, or there shouldn't be at least. Perhaps what you want to do first, highlight everything, type explode if you were using polylines. Then you do cell dupe again, and it will grab any more of those. See, that's so interesting. I guess it only grabs the ones that line up completely. So it's not a perfect tool, but it is helpful. Then what we can do is start to just group these together. And then line them up. So this is where we will go into 3D and we can start to rotate these to get them standing up the way we want them to. This one, I believe. You can type -90, it'll go the other way. Oh, excuse me. Um, I believe this one is cut that same direction. And then, yeah, we can line these up. And so this is where you can start referencing the images again. I know our first floor is cut several feet in the air. I think this is actually cut like maybe like 8 feet up or 7 feet up. Let's do 6. 6 feet. And then this one, let's assume like actually I can tell you exactly what we're looking at. We know exactly how long these are if we type distance. So our thing isn't scaled correctly right now, but this is like 3'10" and at this size. So what we can do actually is if we grab unlock our photo layer, we can just grab all this stuff and scale it. Now, hopefully this should be scaled for you. But let's see. How do we want to do this? Let's grab this line right here. We'll do 8 feet. Enter. We've got all our stuff selected. Scale. Not 1D, but like full on scale. Grab our endpoint. Grab our roof, our ceiling height right here, and then drag it out. And so now, relock this. Type distance. We have 8-foot ceilings. So I'm going to cut that at 6. Then it looks like our ceiling is about let's see, maybe like 8 inches. So 8'8", and then another 8. We'll do 16'8". Oh, you gotta do 16 feet first, and then 8 inches. That's where these are cut, and then we know we're gonna line them up. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna copy one of these and just drop it down to the ground as well. Oop, that did not go all the way. Oh, you know why? Is because we had this all gummed up because we had moved it beforehand. But basically, uh, we're gonna align all of our stuff. So I'm gonna pause right here and get it all aligned, and then we can start modeling. So. All right, so what I have done here is I've kind of arranged our pieces so that they are where they're respectively cutting through, right? So we don't have our sections right on the edge in any direction. This one actually should be set in a little bit, right? Because as you can see, it's cutting through this far room. These are all the sections are cut through the middle. You can kind of see when you look top down, it's like there's a section, and then here's a section, and here's a section. Right? That like this is how we kind of construct our plan drawings to read this way. So what we're then gonna do is start to just like model stuff. And so it's like, how would you approach this? I think for me, honestly, I'm just gonna kind of start making boxes. uh Things that I know are gonna be like connected, right? So I know it's like these boxes are gonna line up. Our footers kind of like jut out just a little bit from the base, right? And so it looks like I might have accidentally bumped this one, or like that footer looks a little deeper than my others, and I wonder why that is, but it's like that footer just might be deeper the way I had made it. So, and we know these are in this direction. It's like this is just like what's going on below. This, yeah, I just didn't draw this box right because this is going to be deeper. Yeah, and that does align. So I did draw these right. So we know that's going to be there. We know there's another one under here. And so it's kind of like you're working in wireframe mode, which at least I don't normally use because it can be a little convoluted, but what I can start to do is once I have some of these, I can copy, grab the corner, and start uh, like replicating the elements across, right? And so, and then we also in this axis have another one of these. And so it's like, okay, what do we do now? What do we do here? This is where we could start using our scale 1D to align these things with each other. Now, depending on how well your drawing is created, stuff might not quite line up, but um, we're not, I guess, exactly aiming for perfection necessarily, but we want to get close if possible, right? So we're, yes, gonna line all this stuff up. I think this is what's throwing me off is this section is kind of raised up a little bit relative to everything else. So what I can do is grab this group, drag it down. You can also do that with the move tool. And yeah, these are not quite the same depth on each of my two sections. So that was just myself making a drawing error. If I like highlight these, right? We see it's aligned here, but not necessarily over here. And that's fine because like that tiny little detail doesn't really matter for what we're doing. And so like you're probably going to have some of that as you're making uh, this kit of parts, but we're just going to try and make this as best as we possibly can. Just utilizing all of the tools and commands we've started to learn. And so now if I start to select my objects and hit isolate, I can start to clean this up. Isolate. It's like, are these all these heights lined up? Not exactly. So it's like that kind of sucks that these aren't all quite aligned, but it's like I see these three exterior ones are aligned with each other. So what I can do is I can grab this one. Do I have a couple of these? See, this is already kind of bugging out, which is kind of amazing to me. So what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna delete that um, just for now. And I'm gonna copy this one over. There we go, much better. And then these, we can just continue doing our scale 1D without our other lines in the way. Right, so it's like there's our foundation piece, right? So we hit show, can't type today. We also know there's going to be a floor slab on top of this, or like actually kind of embedded within it. So if we just go ahead and grab our edges, I've left a copy of the first floor like at 0, right? So because we know this floor is actually going to be, it's like your building is going to be kind of like this, where the foundation sets just outside according to these drawings over here, right? It's this little detail right here. And so we're gonna have this foundation slab kind of just chilling. I'm gonna line it up with this scale 1D, and then I'm gonna grab this corner and this corner, and we're just gonna make this align with one of our sections. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna hide this for a second. And this. And then we're gonna scale 1D again. And I'm gonna find that line. So like that's our floor slab line. So I'm gonna show this on the bottom, you're gonna have this like ribbed structure, right? And then we have our foundation. And so then we can start putting our walls in, right? So we know there's like a wall here, goes to like right there. And we know on this side, over here, it only goes up to here, but over here. And so you're gonna want to be like referencing your drawings as well. Um, you know, you're cutting through this like window section up here, but on this side it's solid all the way up. Uh, so there's kind of going to be a lot of, back and forth, referencing your own drawings, referencing the Bilbao drawings. Like this far wall is like solid and you're going to have windows in it, but for all intents and purposes of this video, like we're calling it solid up to the first floor, which occurs right there. So like you'll start to construct this just as you go, right? And so with these, with the floor or with these stairs, we know, so we can grab this. We know the stairs come out to like this far. So if I'm like lining up the stair I traced, I'm assuming is going to be this stair actually, but we know this depth is right. So we can grab this. Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness, I'm sneezing all over the place. And then we can just start to, copy these down. Like this is how you'll get some of those like interior details. And so what I'm going to do is again, pause right here. And I actually think I'm going to end the video for now because I think you're starting to get the idea of what's happening here. And so there's a lot of detail that you guys are going to need to figure out that it would kind of be pointless for you to just sit on a video when you could be locked in on that. But see how it's like we're cutting through right here. We're cutting through these steps, but we know the steps go to the wall because of how they are in plan. And so, and we know how many there are based on the section, right? And so this is going to be really interesting as you like start to put this thing together because we're not getting every view necessarily. Like both of these longitudinal sections are looking the same direction, right? They're both facing like pointing this way. So it's like we have to, okay, then look at the plan. So we know we have a solid wall right here, but this is like our entry door. So we can call this solid on the first floor, and then on the second floor, it cuts back. So you're going to just go through this kind of like back and forth process of slowly putting this thing together. And I'm really excited to see how yours turn out. I'm going to do kind of like a lower res version of this for you guys so you can start to follow along with our next step where we start to break this into our textured sides the way we do with the rock. So I'm going to end this video here, and when we rejoin in the next one, you're going to see a very lovely model that I've made, and then yours are going to be even bigger with more detail. So you guys are doing great. I can't wait to see how they look. I will see you soon.